We live under occupation. I grew up in a situation where we witnessed and experienced the occupation every single day of my life. My father was principal of an orphanage where the Israeli army would actually raid the orphanage. So it was a very direct experience of tear gas, rubber bullets, yelling, shouting, night raids that we had. And for me, I grew up in this reality. And the narrative around this reality is that you are justified in your hatred and resentful towards them who are doing this to you. I could not understand, how can you make peace with a people that want to destroy you? They don't even want to make peace with us. So as a Palestinian activist, I was very committed to nonviolent resistance to end occupation. But at the same time, I was always challenged with, what is really this conflict about? Is there something hidden that we are not aware of that we need to address? But I never knew what it was. And then American Jewish friends of mine invited me to this retreat called the Bearing Witness Retreat. And this retreat happens every year, and they organize it in the death camps of Auschwitz and Birkenau in Poland. As Palestinians, we don't deny the Holocaust, but we don't affiliate ourselves with it. It's not our story, it's not our narrative. It has nothing to do with us. It's in the past. The reality of the occupation is what we live in now. But I decided to go there. And to be honest, that experience completely turned my life around. For several days, we toured the campus itself, the location itself, the death camp, and saw everything that happened there. At one point, 3 of us decided to do something that was very unique. Myself as a Palestinian Christian, an American Jew, and a Turkish Muslim decided to spend the night in what's called the children's bunker. And it's a November night, and we have all the warm clothes and blankets and sleeping bags, and we were freezing. And just to imagine what those children who had nothing went through and experienced. And that was, I think, one of the deepest experiences that I had in my life. And so my whole life was turned around by this experience. Unless we address the traumas of the communities of this land, we will never achieve any real sense of peace. We will always look towards the other with mistrust, with doubt, with having hidden agendas and hidden tensions that will limit any scope of peacemaking that we could with them. Now, when I go to a checkpoint and I see an Israeli soldier with a gun, and he could even point this gun towards me, I would engage. I would ask the questions. Tell me your story. Tell me more about you. And so even if he's coming, yelling at me and shouting at me, if there's an opportunity to create that space, this is what I do. You know, in science they say one case can make or destroy a whole theory. So if the theory that people have that Palestinians and Israelis hate each other, you need one example to show that this theory is wrong. And I've seen hundreds of examples that prove that this theory is wrong. Palestinians and Israelis are living in conflict, are living in a time when there is hatred and resentment, but this is not embedded in us as a people. Jesus never said, negotiate a peace treaty with your enemy. He never said, resolve your conflict with your enemy. He never said, reach a political settlement with your enemy. You want to follow me? Then you follow my commandment. You love your enemy. And for me, that's become my journey.